Talk to me, Boulder, Colorado.
We don't have to do anything.
We got a lot of stories to dive into, so we're going to jump right into it, not waste too much time here on the prime time for college football. This video is powered by our partners at BetUS. Check them out. They're hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. All right, we got a few things to dive into from the college football playoffs dropping their rankings. Not only is Sheduer getting on the finalist list for some awards this year, Travis Hunter's also joining them. And I want to talk about this. Stephen A. Smith made a claim that I think is pretty ridiculous, while at the same time may not be wrong. We're going to dive into each one of those here. And let's start off with this. Top 25. College football playoff did their thing like they always do. Colorado got themselves placed right here at number 17 in the country. Now I want to ask you all, what do you think about that ranking? Do you think that 17 is a fair number for Colorado? Based upon a listing, moved up 3 spots from 20, right behind Kansas State. Now, we may be wondering, this is the kind of question I have. Why? I get that Kansas State's ahead because the head-to-head matchup. Kansas State beat Colorado earlier this season, 31-28. But Kansas State has 2 losses in conference, while Colorado only has the one, which is Kansas State. Now, granted, one of Kansas State's losses is not very good. Colorado's loss to Nebraska is also not looking very favorable. So, I guess the question is, should Kansas State still be rated ahead of Colorado, even though they have played head-to-head? Even though Colorado's ahead of them in the Big 12 rankings. I don't know. I'm wondering what you all think. I get it. I get that they take head-to-head into heavy, account. And then they even look at, common opponents. So I do believe 17 is fair. Now, if Colorado keeps winning, the Buffs keep moving forward, there's a chance the Buffs are going to move up. And in the Big 12 championship game, that game against BYU, if BYU maintains undefeated, it's going to be a very interesting battle in that game. So, Buffs just need to take care of business. Utah is this coming weekend. And so, of course, we've got to talk about that. Shout out to our partners over at BetUS. They are hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit of $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. Right now, the Buffs are sitting here 11-point favorites at the crib against Utah. Woo! It's been a bit since the Buffs has been up, a favorite this high. Be honest, I'm impressed. Big noon kickoff's going to be in town once again. So, hey, make sure you jump into the action. BetUS is going to take care of you. 150% bonus on your first deposit of $2,000. 125% on your second and your third deposits. Using our promo code YouTube150, you also get gambler's insurance. Hook you up with 10% back on your net losses twice a year, keeping you in the game. So make sure you go check them out. BetUS, where the game begins. Next up, Colorado has a lot of awards coming down the line. So you start off with Sheduer as well as Travis here. Both of them have both landed on the Maxwell finalist. So Maxwell Award goes to college football's player of the year. And y'all can't say that ain't huge that the Buffs have not one but 2 players on that finalist list. So we all know that that's going to end up being something that will probably come to fruition. There's a good chance that one of them will have a chance to be able to do that. Travis Hunter, everybody's talking about him now even more. Talked about from the beginning of the season. We've been hyping him up saying that, yes, he's probably the best player in college football. All that matters is he's now getting more recognition. Shedeur also getting recognition. Davey O'Brien, National Quarterback of the Week. Hey, man, 30, 43, 291, 3 touchdowns and a rush touchdown. Big numbers. Big numbers. And then Travis Hunter's on the Chuck Bednarik Award going to the nation's Defensive Player of the Year. So he's on the College Player of the Year award and the Defensive Player of the Year award list. And we all know that Shedeur is already a finalist. He's on the Davey O'Brien Award, grade 8 for the week. He's going to end up being a finalist for the Davey O'Brien. He's going to end up being a finalist for just about all of the awards that are out there. That's especially for the quarterback. Johnny Unitas, he'll be up there. He's going to be in that conversation because he's done everything that needs to be done to get there. And Prime is putting all these boys in the right spot. And it's funny because not too long ago, Coach Prime was actually talking about how to construct a roster. We'll drop a video on that one later this week, but especially as we prepare for Utah. But right now, the rumors are flying around about Coach Prime taking another job. Everybody wants Prime to go leave Colorado and go somewhere else, which I don't understand. I think it's really cool that he wants to set roots in Boulder, and he enjoys it there, something different. And right now, Colorado is providing all the resources needed for him to be successful. So why, or to me, what's the point of him want to leave out there? Well, Stephen A. Smith, of course, had more things to say. This is what he dropped about where he thinks Prime could possibly go.
This team lost 6 straight last year, 7 of their last 8 games, finished the season 4-8, and were projected coming into this season to finish 11th in their conference, okay? To me, primetime Deion Sanders is the coach of the year. I'm thinking about Travis Hunter as a leading candidate for the Heisman. And I'm going to take it a step further. Are you ready for this, Paul? I'm going to make people very, very uncomfortable here. Primetime has shown we know the brother can recruit. We know what he is. You talk about the greatest cornerback in the history of the National Football League, okay? This brother, primetime Deion Sanders, and the job that he's doing. Are you ready for where I'm going
All right,
today?
let's go.
Are you ready for where I'm going, Shannon? Ready for where I'm going, Paul?
Where you gonna put him at? Where you putting him at?
I believe that the Dallas Cowboys should tank the rest of the season, get the number 1 overall pick, so you can draft Sheduer Sanders, and by the way, hire primetime Deion Sanders as your head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I think that should be Jerry Jones's master plan. That's right, I said it. Hire primetime Deion Sanders. You got to tank the season to make sure you can get his son as your quarterback, okay? And you move forward that way. That is what I believe the Dallas Cowboys should do, because as much as I appreciate the job and appreciate the University of Colorado and the citizens of Boulder, Colorado, giving primetime Deion Sanders this opportunity, the bottom line is when you think about primetime, we shouldn't be thinking about Boulder, Colorado. We should be thinking about someplace else. And I think Big D, Dallas.
Now, I don't think this is far-fetched. I don't think it's far-fetched because when I thought about it more, Sheduer to the Cowboys, Prime following him, that's a possibility, right? That would make some sense, but I don't know if Prime actually wants to make that jump. He's already talked about how just because his kids go somewhere don't mean that he want to go there, or he gets his kids places doesn't mean that he's going those places, right? So I don't see why Coach Prime would even make that jump unless he doesn't believe he can build something there at Colorado. And if the rumors about the current recruits that are coming down the line is, I feel like Prime actually wants to build everything there at Colorado. So I'm not going to sweat it. We'll see what happens. But let me know what y'all think on that. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Want to hear from you all. All right, we will dive into the game later this week. Going to look at Utah and what we need to watch out for. We'll try to catch some experts, see if we can get somebody on. And we'll also dive into some of the truths around Coach Prime and all these jobs. Shout out to you, Boulder, man. Good job, Colorado fans. Y'all have done everything you need to keep this man around. So, hey, keep celebrating and enjoy the season. Let's get to the Big 12 championship. This video is powered by our partners at BetUS. Check them out. They're hooking up the gamer. 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 by using promo code YouTube150. Check out the last video we dropped over here, as well as make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. We'll chop it up soon.